We live, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. That is right. Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and they, them, to the inaugural episode of the Rusty Cage Show. I am, of course, the E in Rusty Cage, EmpLemon, joined as always by my co-host, Rusty Cage.
What's up? What's up, everyone? Thank you all for jumping into this stream. This is not really the first episode of the Rusty Cage Show since we've done streams before, but this is the first official Cage Show since we've done streams episode. And I don't know, how do you like this setup? Look at this.
Soak it in, chat. This is the brand new set. We've gone all out. We're trying to make this experience above and beyond. Exemplary service for our wonderful, wonderful live viewing audience.
All right, let me just make sure that... Are we synced up? Audio glitched. God damn it. Instantly, the audio is not synced. Oh, what a great start to a great show. Let's go with both of us here. All right, we're gonna go silent.
Are we back up?
Yeah, test. All right.
Back to normal? We good? Back to normal? We good?
I think.
We good in the hood?
I think. Now, are you hearing a delay? Working. Good. Working. Good. All right. I don't know why I'm hearing a delay then.
Well, you got it through your headphones. So I think that's set to an automatic delay, the way you got it set up.
I guess. Is there any way of telling?
We can roll with it, you know. We can roll with
There's
it.
no fucking way. There's no way.
We can roll with it. There's no way? What do you mean?
Listen, I spent 2 hours.
Wait, is the stream coming through? Wait, is the stream coming through the PC audio?
Unless I have it open on another thing here. I'm sorry about this, everyone.
No, it should be a different URL, right?
Yeah.
Why would it be open?
Yeah.
We just opened a new stream.
Huh. How frustrating. We just did a test stream.
It's okay. This is gonna let the fans file in just a little bit more. For even more people to witness audio.
What was the point of doing all these tests? All right, where's that audio coming from?
This is the live format. You know what? This is the God, what's the name of that movie? The Comedy of Errors, where the family goes on vacation and they keep winding up in more absurd situations.
This is insane to me.
Wait. So what is actually the problem? So what is actually the problem here?
So now you're delayed.
So I'm delayed now. I've entered the delayed dimension.
How frustrating. All right, so then what do I do? It's probably gonna be unwatchable.
Well, like, how bad is the delay, though? Is it like half a second, or is it like 10 seconds? What are we working with here?
It's about 2 seconds.
2 seconds. What the fuck is wrong, dude? What the fuck?
Yeah. All right, let's see if I can turn. Go ahead and hit your mic. Is that delayed on there? Sorry, everyone. This is just kind of what you get. This is just kind of what you get. We're gonna do this. Test.
Do 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 do. Doop.
Test.
Boop.
Test.
Beep. Boop.
Okay.
Beep beep.
It seems to be working now.
Beep.
Now, is it delayed now? And please be honest. Amazing stream quality. Thank you.
Indeed. That's the type of quality you get from the Rusty Cage Show, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully, we are back. And we apologize for that slight technical error.
And thank you, Austin Roger. We will be reading super chats at a certain point in the show. I'm probably going to have to check in every once in a while just to make sure that there's no issues. What I'm using right now is like a wireless lapel transmitter, which I don't know if it's interacting with other Bluetooth stuff, but it seems to fall out of sync every once in a while. Test, 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 test. Okay. I think we're good.
All right. So are you ready?
Yeah,
are we
sorry,
ready
all
for
right,
the actual show? All right.
Let's go ahead and try this again. I'm gonna put the camera on you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you picked a great time to tune in because we have a full slate of interesting activities for the show today. This stream, we're trying to make it a little bit like, I guess, a TV show where it's at least somewhat streamlined in terms of time. But we have a lot of stuff for you today. Hopefully, it'll be a fun time, and hopefully, we will establish a good show going forward because we have plans for a lot of live content coming your way.
Now, at the end of the show, listen, I don't really dabble too much in foreign foods, but I got these chicken feet, and I'll probably have to pull this camera closer, or at least like move up to it so they can see. But these are like individually packaged chicken feet, and I've tried to eat chicken feet before, and they were pretty much inedible. It's like they're super gristly.
Yeah, this is of course a delicacy of my people, the Communist Party of China, and we're gonna be giving everyone a little taste, or at least a little vicarious taste through the screen here, where in accordance with the imminent Communist Party takeover of the United States, trust me, I got connections over there. It's coming. This will be on the menu for all of you. I hope you guys are getting your last taste of burgers and mac and cheese and pizza because it's going to be all chicken feet from now on, 5 out of 7 days of the week. And maybe we'll throw in 2 free days because maybe we don't hate you that much.
Well, now that's like the big thing that everyone's talking about because, you know, Ray Dalio or Dahlia.
Is that the investor guy?
Yeah, he's like one of the richest people in the world, great hedge fund investor. But he just put out a video because he's trying to sell this new book. It's called The Changing World Order. And it's pretty much saying that like America's coming to an end and we're in the transition of China taking over.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The US dollar quickly becoming worthless. The monkey men we got in charge of the monetary policy in this country, they don't know what they're doing. They're throwing darts at a checkerboard, trying to come up with quantitative easing or, am I going to print 90 trillion more dollars today? So our dollars, they're about to become less valuable than V-Bucks. So if you have dollars, we will take them off your hands because it's a little bit cold today down here in Florida. It dropped under 70 degrees for the past day. So we're going to need some of that as sort of kindling.
Yeah, no, I just want to make clear that you're not getting any of this super chat money.
Oh, I'm not?
I didn't mention that?
You know, I figured since I'm the E in Rusty Cage,
I'm
at least entitled to some of the payouts for the show here.
We're not going to do the Rust E Cage because what did you want to call the show? Did you even have an idea?
The Rust E Cage Show.
And the E stands for Emp.
Yeah.
That's stupid. On paper, it doesn't work.
Well, you know what? You were like, if you tune into my channel, you can see Rusty at the end of my video trashing my wonderful new t-shirt design that is currently breaking all known records known to man of merchandise sales. So,
Oh, yeah,
this
how
gives
are
you,
the sales doing?
you know, I got an email
Really?
from CrowdMade, the suppliers, saying like, wow, your impression rate is amazing. It's off the charts.
Okay.
They had to print out new chart for them to fit the amount of numbers I'm doing.
Well, that's exciting because I really need to start making merch. All my merch is so shitty right now. It's just like my name or just the avian crux symbol. And it's like I need to do something creative.
Well, you know, you can do what I did. Hire a Filipino guy or an Indonesian guy. I'm sorry if that's incredibly offensive that I mixed up the Philippines and Indonesia, both island nations in Great Pacific. Also home, those countries will be taken over by China first.
Let's check out this view. What do y'all think about this?
I've seemed to have developed some sort of unsightly skin condition in this view where my beautiful chartreuse colored tan
I need
is
to flip this.
discolored for some reason. I don't know
Oh
what
yeah,
happened.
sorry about that. I should have fixed this.
I don't
Oh
know what
yeah.
happened. I don't actually know if it's possible to fix an OBS, but maybe one day we'll find a way.
I like this view.
It's a good view.
Maybe I could just have GoPros all around and have a different experience instead of just cameras directly on us.
We have an 8D audio, 360 spherical VR experience, so the viewers can be like in the studio with us. Coming 2073. That's what the show is going to be like. But I think we got some fun stuff to get into on the show right here. So Rusty and I, we're quite a few years apart in age, and with the rapid pace of change in culture these days, a lot of the times I'm trying to explain to him certain things that I grew up watching, and he's trying to explain certain things he grew up watching, and there's certainly this incongruity that exists.
All right, listen, I gotta. It's the delay's happening again. Maybe I got like a bunk. I'm gonna have to just go back to hardwired microphones.
I don't know if you want to set it up.
Yeah, hey, give me a second, everyone.
All right, well, okay. Is it normal through here?
Test.
Test.
It's normal now. I'm not really sure what's throwing it off. It might be I have like too many things going on, and if
On
I'm
your CPU?
like flipping around in OBS, perhaps. Here, let me get on both of us here. Test.
People are saying it's normal again?
Yes. Well, I'm just gonna have to. If I see everyone saying echo,
Right.
just post an E, a capital E, if it starts happening again.
E, as in emp. As in Rust E Cage.
It doesn't make sense to call it Rust EK. It's like it's on my channel. I know you want to use this streaming platform to
make free money off of your name, of course.
yeah, to like whatever pitch your merch. Which that is a nice hoodie, by the way.
But you know, Rusty, we're living in the future now. Your generation is slowly getting phased out of popular culture.
Dude, fuck these
Well,
people.
me,
Can I say that?
the leader of the Zoomers, we're coming in. We're making the new culture.
All right. For a split second, when you went to the wide shot, I heard audio from two channels. Okay, so no, not E. Like, all right, why did I even ask them? Why did I put faith in this audience? Because now I'm never gonna know if it's echoing. I'm just gonna have to constantly be listening, which is kind of irritating hearing my own voice. It takes me out of it.
You know what? We can power through.
Oh, we're gonna power through.
We're gonna open a clips channel, and if you're having trouble hearing the audio now, just tune into the clips channel afterwards.
It's gonna be a pain in the ass to edit it. If it's echoing, I'm gonna have to find every single point.
E for edit, E for echo, E for emp. We got
Okay.
the 3 E's of society right here.
I'm done getting gaslit by the audience. I'm just gonna have to keep checking. Now, what were we talking about? We're gonna do the stolen shit that we took from Monkey because he had that podcast, Boomers versus Zoomers.
Yeah, some show that nobody watched, but we've got, 486 concurrent viewers? That's more than ever tuned into whatever Monkey's show was. But right now, Rusty and I, we have the difference in age, the difference in culture. It's time to see just how big this difference really is. All right, so
Hold
I
on.
actually left my phone out there.
I feel like someone's gonna tell me something
questions?
important that has something to do with this stream. What?
We're
Just-
getting a mystery caller.
If
Is that what it is?
God, no, I got a text from someone who's watching, and they said E, and I don't believe them.
I don't believe. I think the audio is fine right now.
It sounds
I don't know what you
fine.
guys are saying.
I mean, listen,
Well,
if this
here,
is the
you know
kind of
what?
show that you guys want,
Just cut your screen. I gotta get my phone.
if the kind of show that you guys want is me just checking my headphones all the time, which I believe
The
it
audio
is,
actually bad.
uh,
Okay, it's fine.
then that's what you're gonna get. I'm just gonna have to keep checking. Maybe I'll get use my Bluetooth headphones. Just have a constant monitoring.
We have a producer here in the house saying that the audio seems to be fine right now. So
Okay, good.
I don't know what some of these viewers are doing.
So this is Boomers versus Zoomers. So I guess, yeah, the idea was, I think you explained it, but I was hearing it at a delay. I think that there's things that every millennial, everyone my age should know about.
Yes.
And I know that I'm very disconnected from the youth. I have no concept of what kind of games they play. Pokemon, like what is all this stuff? Batman, Spider-Man? Not used to it. And so I'm sure that there's gonna be some things I don't know about.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I have here 8 questions that every Zoomer should know, where, at least in my age group, I'm kind of on the borderline of sort of the end of the millennials, but I personally have always identified more with Zoomer culture. Now, if we ever want to play this game again, Turkey Tom's probably the prime Zoomer.
And Turkey Tom was watching.
Turkey Tom is in the chat, and so maybe he can verify some of these questions to at least show, so I don't get exposed as being older than I am.
Okay.
But
And
yeah,
again, we will get around to super chats.
if we had to define the parameters of the Zoomer generation, I'd probably be among like the first 2 or 3 years of the Zoomers, and then Turkey Tom's probably in the middle. And then when you get far enough out of that, the kids now who are younger than the Zoomers, Generation Alpha, we're just gonna see how
It's gonna
they
be
have to
weird.
prepare.
They're going to be
Yeah.
the weirdest generation because they're so far removed from actual grounded reality. They've existed only in a world that we created 20 years ago.
A digital world, and many of them probably watching at home right now. So without further ado, let's get into the questions. I have
right.
my first question here
Okay.
for you.
All right.
I would find it shocking to believe that anyone doesn't know this if they've been paying the slightest bit of attention to pop culture in the last couple years. But question 1 that every Zoomer should know: which contemporary artist has had a secret menu item at McDonald's?
Contemporary artists, is this art like paintings or music or?
I'll give you a hint. It's someone in the music scene.
And so they have a hidden.
They have a secret, not so secret, because it's been very heavily publicized, but they have a special menu item at McDonald's. What is the name of this artist who famously has special menu item at McDonald's?
Music artist. So I imagine this is someone who is too young, too new for me to know, or too like meme-ish. I would assume it's a meme artist.
I mean,
Because why would
been-
Zoomers know this?
it's just one of those things. I don't know what to say. I'll probably be on the opposite end of it in a few minutes when I start to hear your questions. But
Okay, all right. Yeah, right. So maybe I missed the meme, which does happen. Did you recently go to a concert?
No.
All right, it's not that person. Who was
It's
that?
not that. Okay. So the answer is Travis Scott. The Travis Scott burger at McDonald's.
All right, I should have known this. So I don't eat at McDonald's. I should kind of know that, except I don't go to McDonald's. But like Travis Scott, I've never heard his music. I just know that he's indirectly responsible for the deaths of several children.
He got people. He's so popular that he got people trampled for people just trying to see him, and he's also married to a female Zoomer icon, Kylie Jenner.
Travis Scott's married to Kylie Jenner? I don't even know what Kylie Jenner looks like. I know everyone's trying to look like the Kardashians, but every time I see them, they look like fucking aliens. Their faces are all warped.
There definitely is a huge change in like the female standard of attractiveness between your generation and my generation.
Is she hot?
I mean,
let's see. I don't really have it set up that I can pull up Kylie Jenner. Here, I'm gonna type in Kylie Jenner here. Kylie Jenner.
Chat, out of 10, what do you rate Kylie Jenner?
All right, yeah, hold on. Yeah, this is. You'll have to tell me when I'm. All right, here we go. Kylie Jenner. So, does she make music? Kylie's Baby. Is this her right here?
HCA Florida Healthcare. We show up for you.
Maybe I'll move chat.
Okay, our moisturizing lotion.
Seeing a lot of 4s. 0, 4, 4, 10, 0.
This is our
3,
Kylie Baby
20.
Moisturizing Lotion. This makes
it's like one
my
of these
baby's
modern
skin
age
feel
type,
soft
very-
and so juicy and
very, like,
supple,
ethnically
and there's just
ambiguous
nothing better than a
colours
baby
that
fresh out of the bath.
appeal to all
Now that
generations.
Stormy's
I can't
older, it
stand
is a full
fake
mission to
fingernails.
get her
It's the grossest
lotioned
thing
up.
in the
When
world.
she gets out
And
the
now the
bath,
trend
she
is
wants
having
to run everywhere,
ridiculously
so I
long
made it
toenails.
really easy to rub in.
all right,
I
so
wanted
she- yeah,
something
yeah,
that
she's
absorbs
busty, I guess.
fast. This works amazing on her
Cute,
skin, and it's
but
also
her
gentle
lips
and
look
very
fake.
clean. I wanted to
Fingernails
use the
creepy.
Probably
best
got, like, 7
ingredients for you
pounds of
guys.
makeup on
We
right
put aloe vera in here
Yeah, this
and
is
glycerin,
literally an
and
ad
it
for
feels
a new
so
product.
good.
Oh, okay. Well, here's something interesting. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to have her talking so long. Here's something interesting. They're both responsible for the deaths of children.
I'm going to start my
Because
interview,
Kylie
and then when
Jenner-
I'm done, we're going to
They're
go
saying
home,
that
okay?
the computer audio is a little hot.
It's too loud. Okay.
Might want to lower just maybe the YouTube player.
Yeah.
Okay.
So while Travis Scott plays concerts that people get trampled at because of overselling tickets, Kylie Jenner sets unrealistic beauty standards, which leads to teen girls committing suicide.
These are both big hallmarks of the Zoomer generation, of course. But Rusty, I'm interested to hear your question.
Okay, this first one might be a wash because I think I was using it as an example whenever conceptualizing the bit. So my question to you is, and if it is, just tell me and I'll move on to the next one. Who is Bam Marjira? And if you do know, then tell me how he got popular and what he was initially famous for.
So I think this is a guy I literally only learned about after hanging out with you. So to say I actually knew this before would be kind of dishonest.
Because you
but
just watched Jackass 4, and I know
Right.
he's not in that.
I know he's one of the original Jackass guys.
Okay.
But he was not in Jackass Forever. So that's my limitation of knowledge on him. I don't actually even know like what color his hair is. But
Probably gray now. All right, let me get back on this screen. So
yeah,
So
Bam.
you knew him from being one of the Jackass guys.
Yeah.
All right. So when I was a edgier person in my teens, he was like just old enough. He was the hero of every like teenage boy that was like 11 to 13.
This is the aspirational guy. So Zoomers, they aspire to be like Jake Paul and Logan Paul.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, it's the same thing. I mean, it really
It's
is
similar.
Like, so Bam Margera, he was a professional skateboarder,
Yeah.
pretty much since the first time I heard about him. And I used to skateboard when I was a kid. And they also had, Jackass had already been around for a while, but Jackass got started because of videos that Bam was making called CKY. And it was like, I'd get them at skate shops on VHS. And it was essentially like all the bits where they're pushing people around in carts and jumping off buildings into bushes. But he was a skateboarder. He was in, I don't even know what Tony Hawk he initially got introduced on. It might have even been the first one. So that's how I knew him. But obviously Jackass was out at the time as well. But yeah, professional skateboarder. I used to have his skateboard. I used to get all his merch. It was quite cringy. Not like I'm not doing the same thing now and I just don't realize.
Is there a
what
way
it
to
is
pull
yet.
up a picture of the merch for the viewers here?
All right,
Because
let's-
I'm interested in this 1990s pop culture, sort of edgy 90s graphic design.
The thing about his merch is that he just stole his logo from a band. There's a band called Him that's like from Iceland or something.
He just blatantly plagiarized it.
Merch, I guess.
I wonder if it would even show up the retro merch, or maybe people have it for sale on like Depop or something.
Okay, let me hook this up for the viewers at
Now
home.
that right there looks very similar to the Rusty Cage logo. As a matter of fact.
Listen, it's quite possible. I never actually made the connection myself, but it's quite possible that that was like a subliminal
Oh my
inspiration.
god, you got the entire key right there. Holy shit.
Well, the key, I don't know what the fuck that key is.
I don't know if that's just a spin-off of or whatever, but I think I'm starting to see where the Rusty Cage art direction may have been initially inspired by.
Yeah, all right, so that's... So I
And
guess
look,
it's one to
Jake Paul,
one.
right? We were just talking about him.
Right,
What a
so
coincidence.
everyone hates the Paul brothers, but they essentially all liked people like Tom Green and Bam Marjira growing up, like the whole whatever pranking people and doing stupid shit like that. It used to
Yeah.
be fun and cool. I guess obviously the Pauls aren't really doing that now, but everyone aged out of it.
It was just like, it's like mischievous content for like teenage and tweenage boys, basically, for both generations. It's like the same appeal, kind of.
Oh man, I used to get, he skated for Audio, which was the shoe brand. It's like a skateboard brand or a skateboard shoe brand. And I used to have whatever he skated, that's what I would have.
Here, look him up and see what he looks like then versus now.
Okay. All right. Google's pretty good at not showing stuff that can't be on a stream.
So right now, it's like, when you think of someone like Logan and Jake Paul, it's like somewhat inconceivable to think of them as like being old. But this is what happens just naturally to any
I mean,
big, like,
I'm living proof.
counterculture figure.
One of my favorite things is people would.
Oh my God.
How do I? All right, they can't really see that unless I move this over.
So yeah, he looks like he's in like the fucking Talladega Nights movie now. Whereas in the old days, he looks like a skateboarder type dude.
You can see that that's what his transition was going to be because his dad's, a large gentleman.
Became thick.
Yeah, big old fat guy. And then also, after Ryan Dunn died, you know who Ryan Dunn is?
Was he the guy from Drive?
No, no.
That
That's
counts.
Ryan
That counts as another question, by the way.
Reynolds.
No, it's not Ryan Reynolds.
No, not Ryan Reynolds.
No, okay, Paul Walker is the guy who died
Paul Walker's the guy who died.
in Fast and Furious, which I called Drive for some reason. I don't know.
Yes, Nerd says Bam became Phil. He truly did. I mean, genetically that was going to happen, but so Ryan Dunn was another guy who was on Jackass,
Yeah.
and he was in all the CKY videos. They grew up, so he was like one of his best friends, and he died in a car crash. I think his car also exploded and it was on fire or something. So then he started drinking a whole lot, and he stopped skateboarding and just turned into Phil.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh God, we're staring into the future right here.
I don't like
for
it.
you and I. You'll get there a little faster though.
I don't know, man. Your genetics. You keep eating all that that artificial food.
All right. Well, okay. So that's.
Well, you did tell me that you've been playing a lot of Pokemon Go.
I've been doing a lot of walking. Pokemon.
You walked like 30 miles in the past week.
Another Zoomer staple, Pokemon Go. All right. Question number 2 of what every Zoomer should know.
Okay, so we're O for O.
During the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, which famous actor helped save the day at the end?
David Hasselhoff.
Okay, so you knew that.
Because when did the movie come out?
2003 or 2004, one of those
So
years.
I was 13, 14. I was 9, I think, when SpongeBob came out.
Yeah.
And it was the coolest thing. Like, I actually went under my kitchen sink and I got a sponge and I drew eyes on it, and that was like an action figure. I need to get this screen off of.
So you were around for like the very beginning of SpongeBob. But you see, the thing that happened in my generation is that SpongeBob became like a church of like higher thinking. Where
I don't,
it's like,
and I have no idea how that happened.
It's like alien communication. It's like our own language of communication. If you put like any like meme from SpongeBob, people my age will instantly like recognize what it's conveying and like what episode it was from, and probably be able to recall the sequence of scenes like preceding and following it.
Yeah, I definitely stopped watching probably around 2003. Like when that movie came out, I had no interest in seeing it.
So this was probably like the oldest question I had, but I was just trying to see if you even knew back that far.
Well, they made a big to-do about it, having David Hasselhoff in it. And David Hasselhoff is also a person that's so old that if you had asked me who he was before I had to look him up,
that is true.
I would have no idea. He's a Knight Rider.
Yeah, he's like from
Baywatch.
Knight Rider, which is in the 80s. So that was probably people born in like the 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
Watch that show.
If I didn't know that you were a sports fan, I would ask you a question like, what is O.J. Simpson originally famous for? And because I think a lot of people have no idea that he was ever even a football player.
Oh yeah.
They just know him from being in the Naked Gun movies. All right.
Well,
so
I'm ready. I'm ready for question 2. Here we go.
Okay. All right. This is one that every millennial who was kind of coming of age in their teenagers between around 2005 should know. And maybe like 5 years before and maybe 3 years after. What is AIM?
I was thinking of AIG, the company that went bankrupt in the recession, but it sounds like a clan of some sort. It sounds like some sort of faction. I'm gonna do a guess and say it's a Call of Duty esports clan.
I don't even think Call of Duty esports clans existed in 2005. High-speed internet had just like rolled out in 2006, but that's funny. All right, so this is cool. So AIM is America Instant Messenger, and that was essentially like the Discord of 18 years ago. That you would sign on, you would use your username, whatever, put in your username and password, sign in, and then you could see all your friends who are online, and you could just instant message them.
So I knew what AOL. If you said AOL Messenger, I would have known what that is, but I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't put together that.
Well, it's always like people would always say AIM, like, "Oh, you're going to be on AIM." Like,
Yeah.
Be on AIM later.
The
AIM.
earliest messaging thing I ever used was Skype. Probably in like 2011, 2012, and then that got completely phased out by Discord. I don't know a single person who uses Skype anymore.
Yeah, I don't know why. Does it just suck?
It's just Discord's more streamlined and has more features for grooming.
All right, should I put like a scoreboard on? I'm afraid to do anything because
I ain't gonna lie, I don't know if I can get any of Rusty's questions here.
Okay, all right. Well,
I don't know if this is a competition of ignorance or to prove that I'm a boomer.
I'm gonna go ahead and not give you the take off a point for Bam Marjira. So I'm O.
You got David Hasselhoff, so you got one.
David Hasselhoff and you're O. Okay. All right. So now your next question.
All right. Question number 3 of what every Zoomer should know. The character Katniss Evergreen is the protagonist of which dystopian trilogy of novels?
Hello, test one. Okay, just make sure the audio works. That would be Hunger Games.
Okay, so you do know that one.
Yeah.
Maybe I went too easy on these questions.
Because these movies are still coming out. It's still a huge franchise. Yeah, you can go. You can definitely go. I mean, it's going to be more difficult for you to do this because my questions are from
you've lived through these events that I'm talking about, but I haven't lived through the ones for you. Or I have lived through them, but it was at a stage where I wasn't even paying attention.
And now the internet's
media.
out, so I have access to all these things. But there's got to be something. What high school was even like post 2016? Or 2018.
I remember
I have no
the Hunger
idea.
Games was like huge when I was in like 7th and 8th grade.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not really sure when those came out.
But I figure you must have been in high school, so
It was not for me.
I figured there's a chance you just never heard of it, but it was like huge for people my age.
Mm-hmm. All right, yeah, that's Katniss Evergreen, Hunger Games, and apparently that was just a ripoff of Battle Royale, which is like the Japanese book, and then they later turned it into a movie. But they put I guess it wasn't really a ripoff because they added more stuff in there, the whole dystopian society and whatnot. But it was like students in Japan, and I forget why they had to fight, but they would be sent to an island, and they would all have to just kill each other.
I think that's just like a bigger thing in like literature.
Yeah.
Because there's like the Agatha Christie novel where the people go to the island and they all slowly die one by one. It's not exactly the same, but similar where you have a group of people and they all, for whatever reason, keep dying off until there's only a few remaining.
Right, yeah. Stephen King's first book, actually, not the one that he first published, but the first one he wrote was basically, it was called The Long Walk. And it was like everyone just had to walk as long as they could, and if they fell behind, they'd get shot. So I never finished it because it was too long. It was just about walking.
Wait, so where'd you, did you just see all the, like, I mean, have you like seen the movies or did you?
I've seen maybe one or two of them, and whatever. It's like a preteen novel, not preteen, but a teen novel.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, well, I guess we can get through this. I feel like 20 minutes was lost just on audio setup.
It's okay.
Okay.
Viewers are engaged right now. Putting on a good show.
This is going to be interesting because I don't even know if this exists anymore. But what are Jinkos?
Jinkos. Sounds like a clothing accessory.
Mm-hmm. But they're known primarily for one item of clothes that stands out from is a modification of one item of clothes that stands out from all other brands.
Fuck. Man, I have no idea here. I'm thinking of just when I hear the word Jinko, I think of just some like metal chain or perhaps bells that are like strapped to like someone's pants pocket or something.
That's very close. So I mean, you're on the right path.
That's just what I assume, but I couldn't tell you specifically anything about it.
Let's see. Put a 2 in the chat if you know what Jinkos are, and a 1 if you do not. And we'll bring this up for the people at home, and I'll show you what Jinkos are. I think you'll know instantly. It's moving too quick.
It's like hearing that, I faintly remember maybe like people like a few grades above me in school talking about it when I was in like elementary school or something.
Jinkos are these giant, I gotta fix that. These giant pants.
Are they like sort of like parachute pants?
Yeah, I guess they.
Like what MC Hammer wears?
Yeah, but they're super wide legged. You could get them in sizes of like 32 inches circumference or 36. The wider, the better.
So this is like this reminds me of like the skater like stick figure art that I watched on like Newgrounds when I was a kid. They'd like sometimes draw the legs like that.
Well, here's Oliver Tree wears Jinkos, and isn't he a famous Zoomer artist, musical artist?
I'm not really familiar with him.
Oh, and he's trying to meme himself into an Emmy or a Grammy.
They do make you look like you're a Homestar runner by wearing them.
Well, you know my buddy Carson.
Yeah.
He wears them all the time.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And they lost the name Jinko because they just didn't upkeep like their website. So someone bought Jinko.com and they had to,
What the hell?
I know. I think they went out of business. They changed power at some point.
Dude, the guy who came up with this is probably definitely on drugs more than they're sober.
Yeah, or he's just rolling in his mind. I'm sure he actually probably
They
spent
seem so
all his-
impractical. Like they get caught.
They do.
Like if you're like getting off the bus, you get caught in the door of the bus.
Yeah, they get
closing.
underneath your shoes.
If you like step in a puddle, your whole day is ruined.
The back of them are always tattered because you're stepping on them, and they're just wet and tattered is what the bottom of Jinkos are. But they're very
Disgusting.
expensive because it's
They're expensive.
it's a
It
designer.
requires 3 times more fabric.
Yeah.
These are like normal pants on Boogie.
Yeah, if you have tree trunk legs, then these are the pants for you.
They're like Slender Man.
Okay. Well, let's see.
Okay,
we got-
don't give me the point for that. I had no idea what.
no,
this
I'm not
is.
giving you the point.
Like holy shit.
So
Maybe I went easy on you. I'm gonna have to come back for like actual hard questions here.
we're still 0-1. No, I'm
you're
0-2
2
now.
for 2 for 3.
2 for 3. Okay.
All right. Another question that's probably pretty easy, but this is a very Zoomer time-oriented question.
Mm-hmm.
So, this star player for the Golden State Warriors will likely retire as the greatest three-point shooter of all time. Who is this player?
Oh man, I never paid attention to sports. The Warriors. Where are they from?
I'm not going to give you a hint.
Oh my God.
You've gotten too many of these.
Yeah, no, you're right. Ask the question one more time. And is this really something that Zoomers would know? They
Yes.
should know? Okay.
Probably like 80% of Zoomers you picked off the street
I'm
would
trying not to
definitely know
look at
this.
chat.
So this star player for the Golden State Warriors will likely retire as the greatest three-point shooter of all time. Who is this player?
God, I don't know which players play for which teams. Golden State. What is the Golden State? Is it California? It's got to be. LeBron James.
Okay, the answer is Steph Curry.
Steph Curry. I know the name.
Right.
Familiar with people talking about Steph Curry.
So
Good
LeBron's
Lord.
probably the most well-known basketball player of the last 20 years, but for the past 10 years, it's probably Steph, where
Okay.
I believe he's won either 4 or 3 championships with the Golden State Warriors, and he's basically so good at shooting the three-point shot where he's kind of changed the metagame of NBA basketball, where now every team is like trying to fill out an entire roster of players who can shoot like 40% from 3. But
Okay.
this is probably like the defining player of just the Zoomer generation, or at least player that Zoomers have watched
All right, let me just look it up and
dominate.
see if I even recognize him. Hey, are y'all having fun? You enjoy this Boomers versus Zoomers content? After this, I guess, should we read all the super chats at the end?
Yeah, might as well.
Okay, let's see. Steph Curry. He's not even familiar looking.
So you've like never even seen him.
If you showed me Steph Curry, I would not be able to put a name to that face.
He's been like a top 5 superstar in the NBA since at least 2015.
He just looks like every other basketball player, except little lighter skin than some.
He has a brother called Seth Curry.
That sucks. What's he like?
He's
Does he also play basketball?
He's like slightly worse at basketball and slightly worse looking.
Just quit. Just end yourself
It's
at that point.
like Walmart, Steph Curry.
Oh, that sucks. That's like Dan Aykroyd's brother, whose name I just cannot remember. But do you know who Dan Aykroyd is?
He's in Ghostbusters, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and he's got a brother who's just like looks like him, but is not him.
Oh.
So now, wait, does Dan Aykroyd have a brother? Whatever.
You know, Seth Curry, he still gets a lot of interest from teens because he's good at shooting three-pointers, which is a very valuable skill in
They
the
know
NBA
that he
now.
has the exact same genes, so therefore he has the potential to be as good as his brother, but for some reason he just is not.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's tough. I mean, Steph Curry is probably like going to retire as like a top 10 player of all time. So it's kind of hard to live up to that.
Well,
But Seth Curry is a very proficient player.
well,
If you
all right.
watch
So
the
that
NBA.
was embarrassing. That's a embarrassing L for me. Oh, this is going to be kind of hard even for millennials. Let me skip this one unless you just want me to ask it.
I'll take a swing at it for a
Okay.
bonus point.
Yeah, this will be a bonus. I'll wait till the end for that. All right. You might be able to get this one. This could be one where it's like you obviously know, pretty much like Hunger Games was for me. But another person, who is Christina Aguilera?
I know she's a singer. I know Family Guy had a joke making fun of her.
I guess if you can name one song by her because you already know she's a singer, so that's pretty much, you already got that.
I don't know if I can name one of her songs, but I do know she sang the national anthem at the Super Bowl one time, and it was really bad.
All right, that's good enough. I will give you that point.
But I know she's like one of those like Britney Spears, Lindsay Lohan era type, like diva.
Yeah, Lindsay Lohan
singers.
came later, but definitely her and Britney Spears were kind of always head-to-head on who would get the most attention. They were both in the Mickey Mouse Club when they were kids. But Christina Aguilera had, I would say, a little bit more talent. That's before Britney Spears came out with Toxic. And that's when Britney took over, and it was Britney Bitch. But Christina Aguilera did Genie in a Bottle, if you're familiar with that song.
I thought that was Britney Spears.
No, that was Christina Aguilera. And also, she did You Are Beautiful, no matter what they say, 'cause words can't bring me down. You know that song?
I think I've like faintly.
It's
heard
probably
it.
out of existence. It just goes to show you that you could be on top of the world one day and then 15 to 20 years goes by and nobody even knows who the
Yeah.
fuck you are.
I only know her from being like the washed up person they brought in the Super Bowl to sing the national anthem, and she stunk it up.
Well, I think she
And
had
that
a
had to have
kid.
been like them, and she stunk it up 10 years ago or more.
Okay. All right. Well, do you have any... Uh-oh. I'm hearing it. I don't know what happened, but now there's a delay again. Ladies and gentlemen, give us 1 second to...
We'll be back with more Boomer versus Zoomers questions. in
Yes.
Just a bit.
Yes. Test, 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 and we are back again.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You've come just in time to hear me ask Rusty question number 5. So he's gone 2 for 2 so far. Pretty impressive. Not completely ignorant.
I'm 3 for
on
4.
Zoomer.
And you're 1 for 4.
No, you missed Travis Scott and Steph Curry out of 4 questions. So you're 2 for 2.
Oh, okay.
Or 2 for 4. My bad. Gotten 2, missed 2. All right. So this one is like probably like 90% of Zoomers would instantly know the answer to this question.
Okay.
So we'll see how you do. The Chug Jug is a health replenishing item in which popular game?
You know why I know this? Because of the song. It's
Okay.
it's Fortnite, and I only know it because it's called Chug Jug. But I didn't know I didn't know what that reference is. That correct? It is Fortnite?
Yes.
Okay. I had no idea what it referenced. I just knew that there was a song that was really catchy, and that was
See, I didn't know if you were aware of the song, because that's kind of like a Zoomer, because it's a song based on Fortnite, which clearly.
Now here's a
not
reverse question for you.
Oh, reverse
Do you know
question,
who wrote or which famous artist featured on the original song that song was a parody of? They're still famous. And they may or may not have produced it too. But they're very, very famous still currently.
Is it Mariah Carey?
It's not Mariah Carey.
Fuck. God damn it.
Also, is she still famous? It's Kanye West.
Oh, it's Kanye.
So I forget who actually is the artist who sings the
did
song.
Kanye produce the song?
I don't know. I mean, he
'Cause I don't
featured
think
on
I-
it, but
Oh, he's in the song.
it kind of seems like his style, so I wouldn't be surprised if he produced it. But
Yeah, he produced Chug Jug for You.
number one victory royale, like he starts the song out, and then it goes into, I forget what it's called, American Boy by somebody. If someone knows, post it in chat.
Kanye quickly on the way out. Donda, not good.
I haven't listened to any of his albums for quite some time.
God damn it.
Okay, well let me ask the last question, and then we can get to the next segment.
All right.
Let's see how this. Oh no, let's go ahead and finish this.
So
All
3
right,
for
all right.
5, Rusty. Not too bad. But that one you barely squeaked in. And that was also pretty easy.
The
like-
Chug Jug.
Like it's like the most popular game
If you'd
in the
asked
past
me,
5 years.
if you'd asked me
basically.
anything about Fortnite, I would have no idea what it is. Or Minecraft. Like I've never played Minecraft. I've never played Fortnite. I look at it and it just looks like chaos to me. Like my old brain can't It's like it'd be like showing an iPhone to your great grandfather, or showing him a YouTube poop. It would just
Yeah.
look like visual nonsense. That's what Fortnite looks like to me. I have no idea how people are possibly operating in this game. They're just building things underneath them and jumping around and falling out of the sky.
But it's at least popular enough where you've heard of the Chug Jug. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, this is a fun one, and I feel like you might know this. So it's kind of a two-part question. So if you do know it, the other question. All right. What is Y2K, and why was everyone afraid of it?
So I only know this because I watched all the Fox cartoons
Okay.
on reruns.
True.
And all of them made an episode about Y2K. So Y2K is just the belief that the computers in the switch from December 1999 to January 2000 would go to 0 or something with like the bit value of like 99 swapping over to 0. It would like set the computers back to 1900, and the computers would fail, and like airplanes would fall out of the sky, and
Oh,
like
banking
people wouldn't be able to withdraw their money.
Yeah,
from
okay.
banks.
So I went camping when Y2K happened. Our parents took us out camping with a bunch of other family friends. And I tried to make the first Pokemon card trade of the new millennium. I don't remember what it was, but
Yeah,
we were
but
like counting down. And
But like some kid in Australia already beat you.
yeah, oh, that's true. Right. They would have already known if the world ended before anyone else did. Well, when do computers even, like, what official clock are they on? Is it New York or is it
It's
Greenwich?
on. I think everything's just on like UTC, which is like London time, just at like a base level, and then it either adds or subtracts depending on what time zone
True.
it's set in.
Okay. All right, so you got two,
Yeah.
and I got 3. Well, Emp, it looks like I've won this round of Boomers versus Zoomers. If we can continue to think of questions, we should definitely continue this segment in the future.
All right,
But
I'll
wait,
take the L here.
well, hold on.
take
There, you still have a redemption question.
All right.
It's not going to count against you, but if you get it right, then we're going to be tied, and we're going to have to carry it over till next episode. My question to you is, what are hit clips?
Hit clips. Fuck.
And this will be a fun one to show the audience at home, if I can find a good video about it.
Sounds like some kind of toy, but no, I couldn't tell you.
It's the most ridiculous thing that had a very short lifespan but someone made a lot of money off of it.
Yeah.
Basically, it's like before MP3 players were accessible to consumers, you had this MP3 player type device with headphones attached to it, and you would put in an SD card that would play about 30 seconds of a popular song. And so then everyone would have these on their keychains. So you could put in some Backstreet Boys thing. You could only listen about 30 seconds.
So it's like a portable, like TikTok, basically.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
But you have to like manually put hardware into.
You had to install the,
what is that, like into
chip.
Into a speaker or like a Sony Walkman or?
Here, I'll show you. Someone's got to have
sounds
one.
like completely bizarre
it
technology
is.
that was needed for precisely a year.
And I think that's all they lasted.
Until everyone realized that either like an iPod or like headphones could just do the same thing.
All right, here's a hit clip test run. We're not going to watch all of this.
Oh my God, does anyone still sell these?
Yeah, so you can see this is the little portal device. I guess there's only a play button.
Where does the audio come out? Is there a speaker in that device right there?
Yeah, these are headphones here. Oh, look, there's only one headphone, so you could only...
Why?
I don't know.
Wait, so is this just for like individual use? It's not even like for a party or something? Where
No, it's so hard to explain why anyone would want this, because I guess there was no way, we had no phones, we had no... You could get like a Walkman, obviously, but that was only if you had enough money for it. And it was still a CD player.
Well, like, didn't the iPod come out in
time.
like 2001?
Yes.
So this
But
had
they
to
were
have been
very
before that.
expensive. They were hundreds of dollars, and this was like something you could get. I have no idea how much.
And you
they
get to
cost.
listen to 30 seconds of the song.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it would just be like the chorus, a verse and a chorus, maybe.
This just seems like such a giant scam.
Well, I guess if you had one now, you could probably sell them for a pretty penny.
Should we start selling hit clips of this show?
If we can make I guess we could, put them on SD cards.
I can't imagine anyone even manufactures these anymore. I assume they all
No.
come from China.
They probably did, and definitely now they're a rare item, which you know a thing or two about that.
Yeah, look them up on eBay. How much are these going for now? Like whether there's like some scuffed, defective copy that's like ultra coveted now. The NFTs of your generation right here.
Pretty much. Search for anything. Let's see. Hit clips. I think it's one word.
$14.99.
Well, whatever. I guess they're not so coveted.
Now, of course, there is an item I recently bought on eBay that's going to tie into the next video I'm working on, where one of these episodes coming up, we are going to be testing that item out on stream. So stay tuned for that.
Do I know what it is?
No, I've told you before.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right, well, that is the end of Boomers versus Zoomers, but the stream is not over yet because...
Is it time?
I really don't want to do this, though. It's going to be so difficult to eat.
Well, everyone, I'm
These are
not
chicken feet.
alone here because I have picked up my plant-based chicken right here. Now, some of you guys who watch Report of the Week may have seen this product and what can only be described as a total disaster for KFC in the product they served, like probably the most influential fast food reviewer in the world.
What was it that they actually got wrong?
All right, and so you can see.
Well, I think we can pull up the video right here.
Just look in the link in the description
All right,
below.
let's see.
Thanks for watching.
Oh, this actually might still be playing. Whoops, I'm sorry about that, everyone.
Bye.
Jesus Christ, this
Is
stream needs a producer.
Is it blasting copyrighted music on the stream right now?
It might be. What was that? Report of the Week, KFC, Beyond Chicken.
So for those of you who don't know, his disappointment was immeasurable and his day was ruined because
Oh, that's where that meme came from.
I think that might have been a different KFC video,
Great
but
protection at great low
God,
rates
this
you want? Yep.
if
Click
you're
for a great auto
KFC,
rate today.
you have to like march down to whatever store sold them this and just fire everyone, because what a complete disaster. And you give like the most influential, like the most watched fast food reviewer in the world, and you basically completely fuck up his order where the texture is like inedible.
Jesus, he's got 2.6 million subscribers. I haven't checked on his channel in a while. So,
Food review.
that's not going to be coming out of the TV. If you want to hear it, you can put those headphones on.
Yeah, let's listen into the struggle.
But also, you hear your own voice with a slight delay, which is annoying. 17 minutes?
Well, hello, ladies.
You could just scrub
gentlemen,
to the
and
part
everyone
where
watching.
he
Welcome one and all
first
to this
tries
newest
it, 'cause
edition
that's
of the Bang
basically
on
all you
MTV
need to
Food
see.
Review series. I'm your host, the Report of the Week. Thanks for being here.
Man, his reviews are very
Well,
thorough.
I know what you're
6
thinking
minutes in
right
and he
now,
hasn't actually tried the food
and I know
yet.
He knows how to keep people watching. Get the fuck out
All right, here we go.
There it is. Breaded and fried, as usual. Right now, you'd look at it and you'd think it's a chicken nugget, probably.
Yes.
Can't really tell that it's plant-based from the exterior. So that said, let's just try it out. The Beyond
I've heard these
Fried
described on
Chicken
Twitter as a
KFC.
deep fried stack of
Oh,
note
yeah.
cards. Oh my God.
Wow.
There's got to be some KFC
a
management
problem.
person watching this video and their just heart sinks right there. Like,
I can't bite into
oh
it.
God, they fucked it up. They fucked it up real bad.
I imagine they just didn't pay him enough money
This.
to give a good review.
I think Review Bro has a little too much integrity for that.
All right, I had to rip it apart.
Would you fuck him?
We gotta save that for a different show. Different show here.
I wouldn't.
He's not having a good time. He is dour right now. He is struggling to compete with this completely stale glob of plant protein right here.
And you say you haven't had one of these yet?
Well,
Doesn't help
I
that
have
some
actually had
temporary
one.
crowns in my mouth, but
So
you can see.
stay tuned, by the way.
In terms of the consistency of this, they're
What I've
going
had
with
it is
the
it's like pretty normal.
Oh, that
shoe
It's like
leather
a chicken nugget, but
that looks rough.
they completely, I don't know what they
Texture.
did to his, but
in
they
terms
messed
of
up
how rough it is,
the preparation
how
or
chewy it
something
is.
where they
So that's a
completely screwed up the texture.
All right,
So,
well, that's not...
I can't wait to have my soy nuggets. If you thought he enjoyed that,
Well, this is gonna be rough. You think you would be lucky to get one of those for how it's gonna compare to these chicken feet, these individually packaged chicken feet that are doused in some.
I don't know,
Sorry,
Rusty.
these ones
People fear the soy revolution.
Maybe I should move that GoPro closer because
Look, in the flesh, ladies and gentlemen. Can you see it?
oh, you got that one.
I
My
can
camera's
assure
too far
you
away.
it's this color in real life because it's made from plants, and plants are green. How do you think I got like this? I've been eating plant-based food for years now. The chlorophyll has seeped into my very capillaries and the melanin in my dermis. And now it's let me put some ketchup on this. Ketchup.
Yeah, I need a
Yeah.
plate or something. Is there like a napkin? Oh man.
Did they give me a napkin? They did actually. Here.
I might-
Take one of the KFC napkins.
All right, let's see how this. I need to make a new camera angle. Well, I'll just show them a close up.
We'll try it at the same time.
All right.
People are intimidated by the plant-based revolution. I'd hazard a guess to say a majority of the audience would rather eat that than this KFC plant-based meal.
Let's go to this GoPro. So these are These are chicken feet that we got from the Asian market. And they smell bad. You're gonna have to smell this.
Yeah, I'll give it a whiff. I'll give it a whiff to get real appetized before eating my my Beyond KFC.
Okay, let me pull it out. Let me just whip this out real quick. Wait.
So it's in a vacuum sealed plastic container right now, plastic sleeve. Is that barbecue? Is that teriyaki?
I don't know what it is.
Is it just raw flesh juice?
Oh, it's gelatinous.
Mm-mm-mm.
I think I have the foot side of it in my hand.
Well,
Look
so
at
that is chicken foot.
This is your people's food.
I know.
Chicken feet.
How do you think there's so many of us? It's a superfood.
Let's see.
It,
What do you think?
it causes people to become fecund. That's why they had to put in the one-child policy. They were just pumping them out.
There's. I'm trying to see if I feel any fingernails. Oh, gross. Yeah, I can. All right, let me go ahead and change
I
angles
mean, come
real
on.
quick.
You meat eaters eat stuff like this all the time. Is it really that bad? Let's be honest.
It surely is. It's because it's.
Here, I'll
get-
get a nice whiff. That doesn't smell bad. It smells fine. What are you talking about?
What is that though?
It's like some kind of like parsley seasoning or like
I don't know. Maybe because
some
it's
kind of like herbal spice.
compounding.
It smells fine.
Okay. All right.
I mean, it smells disgusting. Please keep watching. It's
let's-
definitely a
let's
big
not have-
challenge coming up.
Listen, I need more napkins, and I think I'm probably gonna have to have a drink before this and after.
All right, stay tuned, everyone. The chickening is coming up. Who will win the disgust factor? The real life chicken foot or the fake soy-filled human gender transitioning fluid nugget right here?
Oh man.
Licking that KFC original recipe right now. Can really taste the 11 herbs and spices.
All right. Here's my prediction. I'm not going to be able to eat this
Yeah.
because it's nothing but tendons. I'm just gonna grab a drink real quick, top myself off. Who do you think is gonna win, chat? 1 for Emp and 2 for me.
I would still
What are we even doing?
I would
We're
still
just saying we
guess
can
that
eat it?
at least half would prefer to eat what you're eating compared to what I'm eating.
Because they're all Chinese bots.
Well, yeah. And also, people aren't ready to become plant-based, which is what this food is. And they probably watched Before the Week video and saw one of the worst things he's ever tried on the entire show with like 1,000 episodes. All right, here.
All right.
Count it down.
Let's go 3, 2, 1.
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh. I should have
I mean,
brought a trash can in here.
I bought these like an hour and a half ago, so they've gone cold. Texture's not the best.
I can taste the tone, like the talon.
I don't know if you're supposed to eat that part.
What?
The talon.
That's the only edible part on it are the ends. It gets harder
Oh,
as
isn't it? Aren't you supposed to eat like the flesh around it?
I don't know. Actually, I have no idea because the flesh around it is. This is It's just bone.
It's definitely a bit more chewy than the last time I had it.
It's like the worst worst parts of any meat. And that's all it is.
The parts any other civilized country would throw away or feed to the animals.
Gross. I think you're supposed to crunch the bones, right? Eat the leg, not the foot. Okay. Well, the leg is just the, it's just bone. I guess there's a little meat on there. All right. I need to stop being so xenophobic.
Yeah.
I need to start partaking in more people's culture.
I'm having a pretty decent time over here. Although, I will say, if you do choose to order this item, you should probably eat it while it's hot and not let it cool down. Because I think some of the texturing problems that are in the Report of the Week video right there are also present in these, where after they cool off, they become significantly more chewy.
I went to Japan once, and we went to this like very traditional Japanese shish kebab restaurant. They didn't want gaijin there, so it was mostly workers after work they'd go there. And I had all parts of the chicken on shish kebabs, and they had chicken tendons was one.
Tendies.
And it was, is that what they call them? They were not tender, is the thing. It was like this, just gristly. This is kind of spicy too. Oh, God. Now, there's an old cliche or stereotype of white people that they leave a lot of meat on the bones when they're eating chicken wings, which is why I always burn my chicken wings so it cooks all the tendons and it makes it all palatable for me. I feel like I'm gonna come off like that white guy at the barbecue eating this. And I'm in the foot now. It's like eating rubber. Spicy rubber.
I'm not quite sure about the anatomy of what exactly is in a chicken's foot. Because I know human feet and hands have like a bunch of bones in the actual palm area.
Yeah, right. I kind of thought that that's what it would be. A little bit more tender, but it's just gristly. Okay.
Seems like
I just
not
don't get
having
it,
a good
dude.
time.
Do they eat the bones? When I say they, I mean people who eat chicken feet. Anyone out there who eats chicken feet, I'm looking right now. So if you say it in chat, do you eat the bones?
Or any of our CCP viewers who happen to get past the firewall, please let us know. I don't think you would.
Someone said no, and they got mad because I said they, so I'm assuming, all right, I'm getting a lot of hell no's. What do you eat then? There's nothing on this. There's barely any meat.
What I imagine, because I think my mom sometimes has talked about having these back in the homeland, and I get the impression that it's sort of like when people chew like sunflower seeds, where it's like the satisfaction comes more out of like the
work?
the texture and the chewing itself than the actual quantity of food.
Is there anything more blasphemous than shelled sunflower seeds and shelled pistachios? That is all the fun. It's the work that you put into it for a very small reward. I guess I can understand that. But this, you don't have a pocket full of chicken feet.
I don't know.
Normally.
Excuse me for a second there. Getting a little carried away with the Beyond Chicken. There's a lot of talk now about how COVID was started in a virology lab in Wuhan.
Well,
But I would be equally in belief that it just came out of a meat market. Because I've been to China before, And some of these meat markets, they're pretty ratchet. They're not really a place that they want the tourists to see.
Yeah,
That gives you an
was-
impression.
That was a lot of, not to harp on the C word. I don't know how YouTube still handles stuff like that. I feel like they maybe stopped caring as much. Wow, this is spicy. But yeah, early on when they were showing like the markets, they're just showing how gross it is, just guts on the ground. And
No, yeah, I definitely believe that a plague could have come out of there.
something definitely came out of it.
I don't know if this was in American news, but my mom watches the Chinese news all the time. And several years ago, I believe this was pre-COVID, there were these two Chinese merchants that were caught like taking old used grease from a restaurant and reusing it
Yeah,
in
I
one
know.
of
I
their meals.
saw that video. Someone showed me that
So that
video.
made it over here.
Yeah, they take old grease from restaurants and they refine it somehow and they just turn it into something that's resellable.
Yeah, and
I don't even know.
those
if
guys
they
are basically
refine
executed for that, I'm
Oh,
pretty
really?
sure.
it. Okay, well,
Not because the government really cares, but China always likes to. They got like this inferiority complex where they want to like be seen as like the United States, that's like an established, civilized country.
uh-huh.
But when stories like that come out, it just puts the whole nation to shame, and the government does just like jail and execute people out of spite for bringing shame to the Communist Party.
But then they eat chicken feet as like a delicacy. Here's the thing about things like chicken feet and shark fin soup and stuff like that. It's all the throwaway scraps that someone figured out how to market to people. They figured out a way, no one's gonna wanna buy this, but how do I sell it? And they go, I know, it'll make your cock hard. It gives you longevity in bed, makes you strong for a long time. And then people go, all right, or it's good fortune. I don't think that this is gonna do that for me. But
I mean, aren't you at least having a little fun with the gnawing?
the texture is really bad. Someone said that it actually does give you stamina.
Probably makes your jaw muscles stronger. You become more like a Chad. Well, you know, China has a long history of famine and mass dying from starvations. So I believe it is sort of a cultural thing that's been passed down where it's valuable to eat
Yes.
all parts of the animal, even the most disgusting parts,
Right.
and all animals that you can find in nature.
Every possible thing that can be eaten, they will eat. But yeah, no, it's a long lineage, a long history of starvation. So, you know, it just got built into generational custom. So it's not so crazy. I guess listen, I'm Scottish, and haggis is like the national dish there, which is goat intestine with like eyeballs and just all the throwaway internal scraps.
I think it's actually like banned in many civilized countries, isn't it?
I don't know.
Like
actually.
restaurants are not allowed to prepare and serve haggis.
Why? I've never actually had it.
I think we can look that up.
I'm gonna see if I can get some
Which
haggis. That'd
country
be-
it's banned in?
Do you have any? Is there any Scottish people in the chat? Ugh. All right. Well, I'm done eating this chicken foot.
And I'm almost done with my 6-piece bucket.
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you say the texture is, the flavor, the experience?
I mean, it is cold, but that's not really the business's fault. Of course, we've had time constraints with setting up the show right here. This is not as good as the first time I had it. This is only my second time having this product ever.
Can God, it's spicy.
It is a little more tough to chew than you'd probably like. And
Let me
again,
try one.
I don't know
Is
if
it-
that's because it got cold,
Is that
but
the last one?
there's one left.
Yeah,
You would like it.
if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead. Here you go,
I
everyone.
need something to kind of...
Rusty's gonna have the plant-based meal right here. So we'll see from the words of a meat eater. Here, you can have this half pack of ketchup if you want as well.
Hell yeah.
So what you guys saw in review of the week's or report of the week's video earlier, that's not really an accurate representation of what you can expect from this product, although it is somewhat like one of the qualities of kind of what the vegan meat turns into.
This is so much better.
Yeah. Now, I've had Beyond Chicken before. Ever since I became plant-based, I've been a connoisseur of fake meat products. And Beyond Chicken was one of the first chicken products out there for vegan people. And I remember the first time I had this, it honestly tasted kind of the same as just like the Beyond Chicken you get from the store. Obviously, it's got the KFC seasoning on it, but the chicken itself is really not that different. For comparison, like the Impossible Whopper at Burger King is noticeably like different than just an Impossible patty you buy at the store. As I think they really worked with Burger King in their R&D department to make it like as close tasting to the Whopper as they could. And it is noticeably different than we can get at the store.
You know what? You know something that people always have a problem with vegans is that all they do is talk about being vegans all day. And I remember you had mentioned that to me. And early on, when we first started hanging out, we went to that to the restaurant, the Vietnamese restaurant. Mm-hmm. I swear to God, all you did for 20 minutes was talk about veganism. After saying how people don't like vegans because all they do is talk about being a vegan.
Yeah.
And I remember that was a really solidifying memory that you're full of shit. No, you're not full of shit. I'm just fucking with you.
Well, you know, if you were this based, if you were this plant-based, of course you'd want
You want people to know.
the rest of the people, the rest of the normies
Well,
to
you
get
got
on
it
your
out
level.
of your system, you know? Everyone gets to talk about it for a bit. And now I understand more about veganism just from hanging out with you. And this isn't that bad. Kind of tastes like chicken. If this was chicken, I'd be very put off by it. I'd say something's wrong.
No, yeah.
But knowing that it's not, and that's made of, what is it, like
It's either
cabbage
it's
nuts?
usually pea protein or some kind of chickpea.
you know the difference between a chickpea and some other type of pea?
Chickpea is also known as the garbanzo bean, which is the primary ingredient in hummus.
You can't pay $20. What's a fucking other type of pea?
Split pea.
You can't
snow
pay a
pea,
split
snap
pea to pea on your... I don't remember how the joke goes. There's a joke somewhere because chickpea...
See, look, you're having the plant food and it's already scrambling your brain.
I know, I can't
It's
do
turning
it.
you into a femboy.
Give me a chicken... I'm so soy right now. Okay.
Soylicious meal.
So everyone who tuned in after the initial start of this stream, this is the Rusty Cage Show, and sorry, I should probably go ahead and swallow this. This is the Rusty Cage Show, and I'm doing it on my main channel now. I might continue to do it here, but I think we're probably going to start another channel for the clips.
Right.
Something about streaming seems like a lot of fun. I still am going to make videos and whatnot, but it takes me a long time to get a video done, and that leads people to think that I'm dead. I get people asking if I'm dead or being surprised that I'm not dead way too often. Every time I post on any platform, they think I was dead. Why did they think I was dead? Because I don't do anything. So we are working on a new video, too, by the way, me and Em.
That's right. 2022, year of the collab. We got the stream coming out to you, fabulous boys and girls, and they, them, out in the world right now. And we have a pretty ambitious series where the pilot episode is almost complete
Well,
for YouTube, by the way.
I talked to a few of the collaborators, and I should be getting some of that footage soon. It's just going to be, most of it's going to take time to condense it down into a palatable thing, because now the video is about an hour long of not necessarily nonsense, but
No.
I have to make the hard decision of what do I cut out, what do I leave to make this so it just keeps.
No, that's right, fellas. I may have taken 3 months off from uploading. As of yesterday, I think it was exactly like 3 months and 1 day since the video before. But I've been spending a lot of the time here at the Rusty Cage Studios working on the new project. Secret Project 1 Alpha. Chad.
Actually, let me go ahead and switch back because I didn't realize that was right there to your left.
Potential foreshadowing. Very observant 200 IQ viewers
Yeah, maybe I should.
picked up on this already. But yeah, we got stuff coming down the pipe.
So your new video is doing good. Did you want to pitch your merch now, or because I said I was going to start this Rusty Cage show, and Emp immediately goes, "Ooh, I'll be your co-host," and then immediately after that starts saying,
And I'm
"Oh,
here
I know."
now. That's right, everyone. The Rusty Cage Show is brought to you by the new Emp Tonight merchandise collection, available at crowdmade.com/EmpLemon.
Wait, let me hold it
That
so
is-
they can see its true colors.
That is crowdmade.com/EmpLemon.
Okay, yeah, that looks nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have
Can I have this?
the Indonesian artist approved. We can maybe hang one up in the back of the show.
Yeah, sure. I'll just have your merch. You know what? I
Until I
have
come
merch
out
of
with a
my
new one.
own. I don't have the shirt on me at the moment.
Crowdmade.com/EmpLemon. New shirts. Instead of spending all that money on $8 a gallon gas, give your money to me.
All right, that's
a
quite enough.
YouTuber who deserves it.
Quite enough pitching. I can mute your mic at any point. Listen, you're just a guest. As far as I'm concerned, this is the Rusty Cage Show. You are a guest. So I guess it's okay. That's what guests go on talk shows for.
Right, to show their book or their movie.
Yeah, right. Okay,
This-
so this is fine.
This is day one of the never-ending EmpLemon Shilling World Tour. And today, you guys have seen a wonderful product that I'm sure you're all going to rush to the storefront. Crowdmade.com/EmpLemon. Pick up a shirt. Support
Well-
the show. Support me.
I also feel kind of foolish for not having made the Clips channel already, or else I could direct them to it. I'm probably going to leave this stream up on my main channel, but I haven't figured out, do I do these streams on my main channel if we're going to try to do it every week or every 2 weeks, something like that, or do I do it on the second channel and then upload the clips onto a third channel specifically for clips?
I'm of the opinion that a third channel should be necessary for the clips because it's going to be like a lot of content, and I kind of like to keep. Well, I guess speaking for you, but if I were in your position, I would like to keep the content on like the main channels separate because I wouldn't want to like flood people's inbox with something that's like not at sort of the level
Yeah,
that they would expect from just like the main hub,
Okay.
high production valued content.
So here's what we're gonna do. We'll do the live streams going forward. If you're interested in this content, if you like hanging out with us or whatever streamers say, go follow my second channel. And on my second channel, that's where we'll continue doing these, because I do want to use my main channel mainly, for the polished products,
Right.
not just me eating a chicken wing on a 2-hour stream.
Yeah, my experience when I've watched YouTubers that have done that, like on their main channel,
It looks bad.
eventually causes me to just tune out everything, even like the polished videos.
Yeah, no, that's true. It really has. I don't want to talk shit because I like this guy's channel, but LA Beast, he does all the food challenges and stuff, is kind of OG YouTube. But he'll just do streams where he's just answering questions. That's the thing that's boring about streams normally, is that they're just sitting in front of their computer just answering questions.
We're gonna try to have stuff to do, by the way.
I mean, we just did something. Listen, I got... Oh my God. I'm not looking forward to this. Maybe we'll do it on the next one. But you know what a blue egg is? I think I might have told you.
It's like a fertilized
Peru egg?
duck egg.
It's a fertilized duck egg. And I was worried that the one that I did have went bad, so we opened it up the other night. And it was a monstrosity. It makes me not like your people, your culture. Vegans is what I'm saying.
They call it the 100-year egg.
No, not the 100-year egg.
It's not the 100-year egg?
No. 100-year egg is where you put it underground and like have sulfur hit it, and it's not a fertilized egg, but it makes it weird and gelatinous. The Peru egg, or the blue egg, I'm forgetting at the moment, actually has a baby duck fetus in it. And I don't even know if you'd have a palate to watch, but I'm going to try to eat one on the next show. Also, I have these silkworm pupas in a can. Can't really see that, but... Well, if y'all are interested in the show, again, go to my second channel, subscribe. In the next episode, I will have the Clips channel already set up. I'll tell you later. God damn it. And follow both, and you'll see more of this amazing content. But we have a lot of super chats to get to.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me just make sure that this audio is good before we start doing this. Test, test, test. Perfect. Someone says put this on Spotify. Well, the reason why we're not going to put this on Spotify, I mean, I guess we could, but this is not a podcast. Podcasts go on Spotify. This is a television show.
That's right. Who the hell wants to watch TV on Spotify anyway?
Oh, wow. Okay. Look at this. So we got quite a few super chats. If you're all interested in hearing me answer questions or Emp answer questions, stick around.
That's right. I just uploaded, and maybe next week we could do like a stream themed around my last video where we look at ads and like some of the worst ads ever made.
Yeah,
we might come up with something like that. But I would like to answer, because I don't upload that often, so I could like probably bring people in here, try to ask some questions that you might have had about the production process behind the spiral.
Okay, so I already read this one, but for $2, Austin Rogers said, amazing stream quality. That, of course, was when everything was falling apart, which it often seems to be doing here. Hopefully will not just be a reoccurring issue, but the audio was at a sync.
We brought it back at the end.
We got it back.
We pulled it back.
It all seems to be working. I don't know what's setting it off. And so thank you, Austin Rogers. Spac3 Rat just donated $1. All right, thank you, Spac Rat. Danker Then Clanker, for 2 L's with a line through it, said, you know what, let me put this on. Put this up for everyone to see. So if I make a stupid joke like that. Just give me 1 second. Chat, I know you're just rearing to go for more chicken content.
It's okay, we're winding down, everyone. But we like the coin. We will answer the questions.
Maybe I shouldn't.
Whatever. Just,
okay, all right, whatever.
Just picture the words in your head as we're reading them, like a normal person does when they're comprehending words.
So Dinker Then Clanker said, Boomer Rusty, you're supposed to be good at audio. Yeah, well, I don't know. It's because I'm working on a Mac, I think. It's just, there's a lot of weird issues with... No, it's not because I'm working on a Mac. I'm not really sure what it is, but I'm having issues with my audio interface and how it communicates with my computer. I want to have these two wireless microphones so I can, easily transition to a scene like this, stand up, walk around. This is Emp's camera, by the way. And you can still hear me, but for some reason, there's an inconsistent delay.
I mean, we got a lot of 2 cameras, 2 microphones,
I never
and the
drank this.
PC setup. Sometimes, like, one wire gets crossed, or who knows what happens, and something just doesn't work out. Very complex, but we're gonna figure it out as the show goes on. But
Yeah,
unfortunately, drawback of live content, technical errors, they do happen, and when it happens,
Not on my show, not on the Rusty Cage show, they don't happen. No.
we're gonna try to take pride in making them happen less.
All right, every episode is going to be a pilot episode until everything is perfectly figured out. That's whenever the show will really start. So this is pilot episode number 1, the Rusty Cage show, not the Rusty Cage show, because there's no E in Rusty, it's a Y.
Rust E. Cage.
It's called the Rusty Cage show featuring Amp. All right, what about this next one?
So the yellow turtle, I thought EmpLemon was black. Well, if you make the color green dark enough, it can give the appearance of
Saturation.
It can give the appearance of
Saturation.
of what we call black, which is actually the absence of color. But in terms of ethnicity, I don't really think I belong to any. I'm like a plant person now. So
Speak of the fucking devil, just started delaying. All right, one more second, everyone. If you've been watching the stream, you already know what comes next. The audio is going to cut out for a second, then I'm going to... mic off so they can't even hear me. Sorry about that. You need to step over your... Test. Test. Hello. Okay. I think we're back. I'd love to see the playback to see how this quality actually is. All right. Didn't mean to step on your question there, but we are now back again. Syncing has
That's right.
happened. We plugged into the matrix.
I'm in fact not black. I'm green, as the viewers can clearly see.
Someone says, do a flip. I'm not going to do that. All right, next question. Totes McPreesh for $2 Canadian says, Ching Chong chicken feet. Can I say that?
Ching Chong.
Can I wear your hat?
You want to appropriate my culture and call me Ching Chong?
No, I'm trying to partake in other people's traditions. I ate the chicken foot, and now I will learn Kung Fu. Thank you, Totes McPreesh. Born to Shill for 5 E's with a line through it says, I love communist food. Too bad it's hard to come by. It's an old classic joke.
Yeah, Mao Zedong, not a very good track record with keeping the people of China well fed during his tenure.
Yeah, he didn't have a...
It's no wonder Chinese people love eating parts of animals that no other country in the world would even consider touching.
Well, he had his ups and downs. I mean, I'm sure he's beloved for other reasons besides the
death toll
masturbation.
definitely had its ups.
Sure. Was it 50 million?
And it went down after he was out of power.
Isn't that something fun to look forward to? Once this final changing world order comes around and China takes control, we can also be starving. I tell you what, people, if you know how to grow cabbage, do it now. Put some potatoes in your yard and let them start growing and let them take over the entire yard. You will definitely not regret it. Hey, also, by the way, and maybe I shouldn't say this yet, but I don't think it's going to affect me because I'm going grocery shopping tomorrow. Grain shortage. The grain shortage is happening, and people all over the world, all over the country, are running out of pasta. The grocery store shelves are empty. Pasta is going to be very valuable. And if you know anything about me, I have a ton of pasta in a box in my closet. And that's because I'm hoarding it. And I'm going to get very rich on it. You know what pasta futures are? I'm already I've already started signing contracts, futures contracts, $5 a box of pasta. They say, you're crazy. It's never going to reach $5. Wait till it hits $6. And then guess who's going to be fucking rolling in the bank on my pasta sales. All right, well, thank you there, Born to Shill for 5 E's. Let's see, Winnawoo. I didn't know Rusty was black. You didn't? I think there's quite
Well, you're
damning...
Asian, you're Asian now, so
Yes, that's right.
I don't really see how that comes into question.
You know, black people constantly think I'm Asian. I get at like when I'll talk to a lot of black people at the bar, and they'll be like, if we get in the conversation of whatever where we came from, they always think that I'm Asian for some reason.
Yeah, you know, like humans think I'm a Martian, but I'm really just a photokinetic being.
All right.
Baron von Brunk says, Emp, I just bought one of your new shirts. Baron, we can always count on you
Thank you, Baron.
to purchase any product we sell. You're the most
supportive person.
I think, like, monetarily, he is the most valuable viewer of any of ours.
Yes, by far. And I feel bad because we've been trying to get him on the Trash Rats podcast. And I don't know, Baron, I have no idea why it hasn't been working out, but I do want to make it happen. It's always like something comes up. You know, we can't get a hold of Reactor, so we have to do the episode without him. And then this next one is episode 50, so we're going to have Tim Pool on. I don't know if I mentioned that.
Is it like actually Tim Pool, or is it going to be Reactor dressing up as his brother?
Well, Reactor also has to be on the podcast, so it wouldn't make sense if he was both people. But I'm going to use my connections. I know a few people who know Tim Pool, and Reactor's obviously no help, so I'm going to try to reach out myself and see if I can get a hold of him. Anyways, he's going to be on the podcast. Thank you, Baron. We appreciate it. Turkey Tom for $50. Good Lord, Turkey Tom. I hope that you're not offended by all the chicken that we ate. I know it's not the same bird, but they look the same.
Turkey Tom popping off on YouTube lately. I remember when he was just a baby. We took him in on like episode 2 or 3 of Sodi. That was like his big break right there.
First off, Turkey Tom said, "Say it loud." What does that mean? Is that like a Zoomer meme? Was that in reference to something we were saying at the time? Is he telling me to say the N-word loud?
I know what I have to do.
All right, let me cut this.
Downward spiral.
Oh,
there we go. $50 well spent.
Turkey Tom, thank you. Yeah, back in the Saudi days, we had him on to debate Reactor on something. And this motherfucker, Turkey Tom, didn't record his audio. So we just had to scrap the entire... We just were yelling at each other for 2 hours for no reason.
That was like towards the end of the Sodi tenure. But we had him on like at the very beginning. Like within like the first 5 episodes.
Did we? I'm going to have to listen back. I forgot.
He might have been the very first guest.
Wait, didn't we have Jeremiah the Gamer on as well?
Oh, yeah. The Jeremiah the Gamer Lost episode where he stole the footage from us.
That's right. That's right. He never gave us...
You know
so
what?
we couldn't release it.
Turkey Tom, he's gotten extremely arrogant. There's one person he fears more than anyone else. Well, women, of course. But Jeremiah the Gamer was cooking Turkey Tom for Thanksgiving. And then I guess he had to go focus on school or something. But Jeremiah the Gamer had Turkey Tom sweating. He was about to end Turkey Tom's career.
It really was like, they were racing. Who's going to be the one to be the successful, YouTube commentator? Is it going to be Turkey Tom? Is it going to be Jeremiah the Gamer?
We need him back. I miss him.
Well, I think Jeremiah the Gamer is probably playing the long game at this point, so he's going to get an education.
Yeah. Tom, enjoy this period of wealth and opulence, being able to afford $50 donations to us while you can, because it can all be taken away very quickly.
Listen, Turkey Tom, at some point you're going to have to stop painting your fingernails. It's just going to have to happen, because it's not going to be cool and edgy. It's going to be gross and weird. I'm not really sure what the age is. It's probably around 23. Nerd City in the chat said Lego audio is still the best audio.
Oh no,
that was so fun. With
I don't know. I don't know if I want to talk about that anymore.
You never want to talk about Quentin reviews. I will.
The genre. You will.
Whatever. I don't have a problem with Quentin reviews. I don't watch his videos anymore. But when he was on the episode, it definitely sounded like he put his hand in he had a bowl of Legos next to his computer that he would just fidget with. I don't know what it was. It could have been his keyboard, but he wasn't typing. I don't know. All right, maybe I won't bring up old beefs.
We have no problem with these people anymore.
Well, speak for yourself. I like to hold I want to hold a grudge with at least one person on the internet. Because it seems like it's kind of fun. A little back and forth adds tension. That's how you get viewers. I mean, Keemstar and Ethan have been milking their fucking fake shit forever.
Oh, my God.
All right. Well, thank you, Turkey Tom. Asher Halperin. Jesus Christ, what is that? I can't even
It's
say
like
that.
some emoji.
So that's probably valueless currency.
Emoji.
So that's probably...
Oh, man.
I got to do it again. I don't know what's happening.
The soon-to-be value of the U.S. dollar.
1 second, team. Test.
Everything going okay?
Yeah, I just started doing the delay again.
All right, Pragmatic Culture says, take my fake U.S. money, go buy one of them cool anime swords, swords person's NFTs. At least they look good. You know what? We're pro NFT on this channel.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Cry about it.
Yeah, please. Here's your moment.
NFTs are going to be more valuable than
Oh, I don't even know if...
any real currency soon.
I mean, more people are going to watch this because I'm not going to take this stream down, but anyone who does probably has no idea that I've been making NFTs for like the past half a year now.
Oh, yeah. I've shielded my shirt. You can go ahead and shield the Rusty Cage Museum of Fine Art if you want.
The Rusty Cage Museum of Fine Art. I'll do that on the next episode whenever I actually have it queued up. Okay, so thank you, Pragmatic Culture. Brandon Deluxe 2
any crypto advantage people in the audience, we could try to like do some NFT related stuff on the show in the future. But
I would.
I don't really know how that would work.
Well,
I'd probably want to give them out for free to the audience, and they could.
that's what
do whatever the hell
I've
they
been
want with
doing.
it.
I've
Yeah.
been giving mine away for free so far. I think I have 6 out. The last one was Blackface Justin Trudeau, which now there's 100 holders of it. But I won't keep harping on that. Let's see. Brandon Deluxe 2 for $2 Canadian. Finally, you started doing streams. I always start doing things. I just never continue doing them. So thank you, Brandon Deluxe. We will be doing this
But we're gonna continue
more
this show.
often.
We're gonna try to put out one episode a week.
Yeah, once I
This
get
is
the
a
audio.
tentative goal.
Inui
Chicken
Blue
foot coming out.
for $2. Thick thighs save lives. That's true. Inui Blue.
That's what we like to hear.
Wingawoo for $2 says, it's not echoing, don't worry. Well, Jesus Christ, thank you for actually paying to say that. I very much appreciate it. Danker the Clanker once again for 2 L's with a line through it. As Medicare is on his way out, Steel Sunday Fun Day. Oh, sure. Are we competing with Medicare right now? No, I guess you probably would have done that at a more appropriate time.
I don't know if Sunday is the day I want to go with the show going forward.
No, I'm
There's a lot of stuff on Sunday, usually with like sports, and I don't know.
I don't know, is Saturday good? If we do, it has to be earlier. 'Cause we started late this time.
I'd want to do it on a weekday where people are dreading going to work and
Monday.
they have to. Monday could be good. Monday night
Fun
stream.
Day.
Yeah, Monday Fun Day.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Okay. Thank you, Danker the Clanker, once again. Offensive socialist says, does Emp have jaundice?
No, I have myocarditis after getting my 7th vaccine.
Now, what is myocarditis? And why is everyone talking about it?
Some sort of heart irritation. That's okay. It's not that. It's not that important. You know, you don't have to.
We don't
bring it
have to
No.
release your medical information to everyone on the internet. Read this next one while I pour another drink. I know I'm going
Dark
quick
Lord
with these.
3719 says, "Heads up, I just saw the Candy Heist is video in a public playlist called Rusty Cage Stolen Slushy Machine."
Thank you, Dark Lord. I'm not sure if that's a bad thing.
Is that maybe when you were switching tabs, they saw the inner workings of Rusty Industries over there?
public playlist? Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
All right, Selena DePriest. Rusty, hi, I'm a huge fan. Love your work. Hail cephalopods. Well, you know, the photosynthetic beings are actually quite friendly with the cephalopods. So it's fun with the cephalopods. It's funny that she bring that up.
Hail Cephalop. What is happening here? God, it's frustrating. It's happening. It's not. They're not gonna hear you yet.
Resetting.
Test. We are resynced, and let's continue the fun, gang.
All right, Pragmatic Culture. Emp, were you at Donda? I was not, but I did listen to it on a long car ride, and I had to turn it off halfway through because I was really not feeling it. I don't really know what the general opinion of Donda is, but my
haven't heard it
opinion is
yet.
that it was kind of, dude, it's just like it's just way too much.
Is it experimental?
Like trim the fat. It's just
Because when
just
he
him,
came
like,
out with
it's just been like
Jesus.
fucking.
Insane.
The album was like fucking 2 hours long. I'm
Okay.
like, God damn, man. Like, cut the fat out. Like, holy shit.
That's the thing is he doesn't realize.
I can't listen to like one artist for this long. It's just too much. Dial it back. Hopefully, I'm just saying, like, hopefully his hatred for like wanting to fucking decapitate Pete Davidson is gonna make him.
Can
have,
we
like, good
say
music again.
hypothetically that most people agree with that sentiment?
Beheading Pete Davidson is a
Yeah,
good idea.
and you know, in theory,
Hypothetically,
if someone
if
was
there was a random person
I don't know, build a guillotine in their backyard as part of a future vlog series.
as part of the new unaired SNL sketch,
Yeah, well,
guillotine.
it'd be the funniest thing he
Oh,
did.
have Alec Baldwin assemble the guillotine. He'll know what to
Did
do.
you see that? Is this real? Hold on. I'm sorry to break from the questions. We're just having a lot of fun here, and we're bringing you along on the journey. I'm just gonna have to show you because I can't bring it up. Well, showing my private information. All right, so this is a New York Post. If this is fake, I have not fact checked this. This is a New York Post headline that says Alec Baldwin's shocking claim to defend himself in film death lawsuit. She killed herself. And I said that bitch was kind of stupid for walking in front of a guy who's about to pull the trigger on a loaded gun. It kind of is her fault now I'm thinking about it.
That's what they said about Epstein.
Well, there goes the channel.
Yeah.
I always wonder why
Okay.
I get throttled and demonetized. Okay, let's
Liber
see.
taxes $500.
Hey, Liberties, Jesus.
Liberties. Sorry,
Christ.
I can't quite read out the letters from where I'm sitting, so I'm sorry if I mess up your name.
Well, you also said yo. He said oi.
Oh, he said oi? Maybe
Yeah.
I'm just dyslexic at this range.
Yeah.
I truly am quite proficient at reading
Now-
in normal situations.
Is this a way of getting a free ad? Because it seems like Liberties, now that we're saying the name, people might look it up. So is that a thing? Do they pay $500 and then we just shout them out on a live stream?
I don't
feel
know,
like it
but
might be.
when I see that many zeros in a donation, it does make me want to talk about the person a little bit longer.
Yes. Yes, it comes out. All right, so this was someone getting a cheap advertisement, sneaking it in with a high donation. Now, how would you want to handle that in the future?
I don't know. It seems like a bit of a conflict of interest with my new T-shirt, where obviously viewers of the show, they know what to spend their money on. But Liberties, thank you for the donation.
Sure. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Any bit helps in this
Normally that would be a $15,000 integration, but hey, that's fine.
this Mad Max era gas shortage times where we're all soon to be stabbing each other in the streets with explosive spears and dune buggies.
So here's one for you.
Can Can Emp explain hilarious Zoomer meme like Mug Root Beer and Talking Ben? I don't quite know about Talking Ben, but I guess Mug Root Beer, is that just the new thing people are sharing?
Mug root beer?
Like people would do like Beepus. Is there one with Mug Root Beer now? I don't know. I haven't really seen it.
I've never heard that meme.
Last Halloween they added a hat to TF2 that's like the dog from Mug Root Beer, but you wear it as Soldier.
Barks is better because Barks has bite. Thank you there, Toilet Tube. Danger the Clanker, once again, Emp is a Fed. I've been saying this for a long time. He's literally glowing in the dark. Are you a Fed? And I need to know now, and I believe that you're legally required to tell me if I ask.
I'm going to say on the record, I'm not a Fed, but you should always pay your taxes on time.
Yeah.
And remember to respect our elected officials.
Hey, if Emp is a Fed, put a 1 in the chat and let's find out. We'll let the people vote on this one. I'm not sure what the lag is.
Baron Von Brunk says, my old AAM screen name was Rotor Baron 4077. Now, is this service actually still upkept? Or
That's
is
a lot of ones.
Is it completely defunct?
I've lost so many YouTube accounts and MySpace accounts and old accounts because I used an AIM email account.
Oh, so
like you have an @aim.com.
The entire email.
It leads
the entire
nowhere.
email domain
it's broken.
Oh my god.
It sucks. Yeah, I can't get into anything. What do you think, Em? Maybe I shouldn't have said a lot of the stuff that I said to you in private. Looks like you might be a Fed.
You know, maybe I am, but for which country? That's the question. Which side is he on?
On that note, thank you, Baron, once again. Marco.io, NFTs are on a downward spiral mentally, and they lost it completely. Well, thank you, Marco.io.
These market indicators are not looking good. The people are losing faith in the system.
Let's see, Garbage Mice collab when by the Garbage Mice for 5CA. Garbage Mice, do you know what this is?
I have watched 5 minutes of one episode.
Okay. I'm not gonna shout. I'm not gonna keep shouting out. They're not gonna get to my main channel. I'll talk about it on Trash Rats, but I'm gonna leave it at that.
They gotta climb the ladder.
You gotta climb the ladder.
They gotta go through the 7 circles of trash.
Listen, they want to pay me to go on the episode. I think that it's up to $56 for me to appear as a guest. Get your fucking money together, all right? Get a real bag, and then give me a call. I'm talking 10,000. I'm talking 20,000.
We got Liberties dishing out the 500.
Yeah, I'm gonna
here.
go show for them. Well, thank you, Garbage Mice. Red Sante for $2 says, "Go on the Garbage Mice pod." Okay,
we're getting raided by the Garbage
Mice pod. Okay,
nice. Well,
it's
50 minutes ago we were.
The way that they're going about it is a-okay. Because it involves money. Let's see. Now, here's another one from Garbage Mice for $10. Garbage Mice collablet.
Collab,
go.
Let's go.
All right, I got to... Every 10 minutes.
Now they are donating a little more.
Test. If I have to go back to old style shit. Okay, so that was $10. Thank you, Garbage Mice. Wet Manager, Monkey just finished recording Garbage Mice with us. When are you coming on?
He's bluffing.
He's bluffing. Monkey wouldn't do it. We just talked about it, and Monkey said it's traitorous, it's treacherous, it's not a proper thing to do.
Unless he's the Fed.
Monkey's a Fed. He told me that in confidentiality. Oh, shit. Hopefully the audio's still fucked up. Thank you, Wet Manager. Steel Information just gave $10. Thank you, I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Michelle for $9.99. Love you, Rusty, and love the Rusty Cage Show. Thank you, Michelle. I want this to be a good show. And
Yeah, and she also loves EmpLemon, the E in Rusty Cage. It's not showing up there for some reason, but I don't know why you didn't read it. But,
I'm not gonna get a new sign just for this thing. It's the Rusty Cage show.
You got sticky notes.
You have to understand order of operations. There's the host, there's the co-host. Below that, who cares?
Yeah,
But
you're my co-host.
It's the hierarchy.
So what's the problem?
This is.
What's the miscommunication?
I've
here?
yet to shill any of my things yet. You already got your plug in. If you want to be on next episode, then we'll talk about it. But it's going to be as a guest, not a co-host. Also, we need a band. We need
the live band.
Yeah.
We can barely get the audio worked out with two mics. Well, yeah, let's introduce an additional.
I'm definitely going to spend a lot of time trying to.
Okay, thank you, Michelle, for the kind words.
Thank you, Michelle. Snare Flare, EmpLemon, you look very nice today. Just kidding.
You know, us green people, we have to deal with discrimination like this all the time, so I don't even care. I hear this comment 10 times a day. People not used to the green people living in a white man's world.
It truly is. Hey, let me just turn this a second. See if I can get you squared up. I don't know if that even worked. You can go ahead and read the next one.
ASK Air says, "Yo, I've been fans of both of y'all for years. Thank you for all the inspiration. Emp, love your new merch. Thank you very much. And why the hell are you green? Well, as I've said earlier, when you get as plant-based as I am, it starts having some physiological effects on your body, and you become like a plant."
What would happen if we had a green screen behind you and you were green?
Well, that's like the power to invisibility, ain't it?
Let's just try something real quick. I want you to get your money's worth. On this show, we're not just going to skip over your audio or your questions. We're going to... God damn it. Jesus, I'm getting tangled up. We're going to put your questions to the test. All right. Go ahead and roll your chair back.
You know, if we get this set up in the future, we could put the downward spiral behind me.
What color do you think this will be? And I think you know because you've worked with hue shifts.
Well, Rusty, I know right now. I'm looking at it right now because it's not a green screen. It is a blue teal screen.
Wow. Okay. It's just green.
Oh, it is green.
So that's how you know that this is his natural skin tone.
That's
the green
right.
screen is green.
Still green, everyone.
Okay? We've established it. Let's move on. Thank you, Snare Flare. ASK Air for $5 says, "Yo, I've been..." Oh, we already read that one. Wait.
Scroll down quite a bit. Did you go to like the bottom or something?
I don't know what just happened.
I think it might have just defaulted. Just keep scrolling up. You look very nice today. Just kidding. All right. K/S. Will there be a third installment, or will the third installment be the last in the comic book?
If you follow the story of Requiem of the Crazies, you should know that the third issue is definitely not the last, and that it's leading to a fourth issue and hopefully 8 issues. But, yeah, I guess, do you want it to be the last, or are people tired of the comic? Well, I'm going to finish it. I don't care how long it takes.
The TF2 comics just ended on a cliffhanger and never released their final issue. So
when
maybe
did they come
out? Periodically over from 2010 to 2017. But they're supposed to be the fabled final issue of the TF2 comic strip, and like the entire game, it's just been completely abandoned by the developers, and they're just never going to finish the story. So
I should have said this earlier too.
Sour grapes from an angry gamer.
I know a lot of people live aren't probably gonna. It's not gonna really matter to them. But I had an issue when shipping out this third issue. Anyone who backed the Indiegogo, a lot of them, like a lot of the orders that had all 3 comics that were supposed to be in the package, only got the third issue and not issue number 1 and 2. So if you're missing issue number 1 and 2 and you contributed to the Indiegogo, just send me an email, requiemofthecrazies.com, and I will resend you out your new comics. Okay, thank you, K/S. Weird Boy for $20. I'm sure whatever you guys make will be fine. Fire.
Oh, thank you, Word Boy.
Appreciate your $20. I'm gonna buy. Oh, Weird Boy again for $10.
Emp, I need to know, how did you get critical in your latest video? Well, you see, if you have the powers of influence I do, it's very easy to kidnap and torture certain people and have them just do whatever you want. It's that simple.
Well, Critical said that he had a dick that needed to get sucked, and you're the only one on the job.
Rusty, I was the one who was with Critical and not you. So I'm afraid you're going to have to go back to the drawing board with that one.
Fine, I'll just go back to hanging out with Reactor and Mumkey. Spazzy Shots. I started dating a chick who works at the horse track. She shovels the fertilizer. At least she has a stable job. Boom. That's for $5, and that was a good joke, and I appreciate it. Spazzy Shots.
Well, if she has to drive to that stable, I'm not sure that job's going to be very stable much longer with the way things are going. She might have to start living out of there.
And she's probably going to be unstable.
All right. Kyla Durr, are you a Hot Pocket? Well, I'm sure if you microwaved me, would a bunch of salty cheese and sauce come out?
Maybe.
As a vegan, I haven't had any real cheese in a while, but I did have a pizza with fake vegan cheese on it today that scalded the roof of my mouth. So that's a thing.
Can we get you to wear a green hoodie and maybe even dye your hair green so you're just completely 100% green?
I would dye my hair, but I'm afraid that's just going to cause me to start having to groom children. So I don't know about that.
Thank you, Kyla. Steal information for $10. Y'all like jazz. Now, I believe this is a meme from the
You
B
like
movie.
jazz? Yeah. And hey, the super chat is yellow. It's the color of Barry B. Benson.
Very interesting. Well, personally,
I do like using jazz as a backdrop for my YouTube videos.
You didn't hear me already starting my sentence before you started talking?
I am the E in Rusty Cage.
You heard me start saying, because I was saying personally, that meant I was going to continue speaking. I wasn't just going to stop at, well, personally, because that's not a complete sentence. So it doesn't make sense that I would just stop there.
Rusty, I'm sure the viewers are really wanting to hear what you have to say. You should probably tell them.
You know what? No, fuck it. No, they don't get to hear.
Oh, they don't get to hear?
I was going to tell them about some of my favorite old jazz artists and some of my favorite, I was maybe even going to bring up a video. Who knows? I was going to entertain them, but now I'm not. I'm sorry, chat. You can blame Emp for that later. Lorthok, the Banisher, says, shout out to Dead Avatar Project. Yes, shout out to Dead Avatar Project. That, of course,
That's right. We've had Nerd City in the chat here.
is the ethical.
He's working super hard on the Dead Avatars. It's going to be great once it's done. So
yeah, I can't wait for that video to come out.
So go ahead and mint them all out. Make my bad go up.
Check out the Dead Avatar Project on Twitter, and I feel like you'll be linked to all the relevant information. Bugleberry for $5. I'm a gamer. What do I do? Now, I could think of a few things, but what do you think a gamer should do? Because gamers are kind of Gen Z now.
Yeah. You can play Among Us. You can play Fortnite.
Should they say the N-word?
Yes. All the time. What are you talking about?
There you go, Bugleberry for $5. Thank you. Finn Crow, the VU is greater than the Beatles.
Is this
Send
one
the
of
lynch mob.
is this one of your generation's bands? Because
I just heard of Paul McCartney like 3 days ago because Kanye West was talking about him.
oh yeah,
Yeah, they shouted him out. So I was like, that's cool. So I checked out some of Paul McCartney's stuff. That I think he was in a band called Wigs, or no, it was Wings. Wasn't impressed.
no.
Not really for me. Well, I don't know what the VU is. The Velvet Underground.
Oh, the Velvet Underground.
I'm not really familiar with their music. For real, I'm not
They're the
familiar.
album with the banana.
Okay.
They're in Banana Land.
They paid $20,000 for a guy to paint a banana. Thank you, Finn Crow.
Spazzy Shots. Favorite Courage the Cowardly Dog episode. Now, this is a Boomer versus Zoomer thing because I remember watching a lot of Courage the Cowardly Dog as a kid. But I don't know
No,
if it's something
that
you
was I was a
watched.
kid when that came out, and I actually called in because Cartoon Network had a thing where they were going to play a marathon of either Scooby Doo or Courage the Cowardly Dog, and you would call in and vote. I voted for Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Yeah, definitely a good show. Very memorable scenes and art style.
Do you know the characters' names? The old man's name?
Eustace.
Do you know his brother's name?
I don't remember him having a brother.
It was Horace.
Oh.
And he was, I don't know if he was dead or not. I think it was his dead brother. My favorite thing is the character who goes, "Watch where you're going, you fool."
You fool? That's like my type of people.
Yeah.
That guy eats chicken feet.
It was definitely.
I guess my favorite episode would probably be the one where they have to save the space squid.
I don't even remember any specific episode. I just remember random things happening. Oh, what was the ghost?
Return the slab.
Return the slab. Yeah, that was a good
Like
one.
King Ramses, I think his name is.
Ramses, I'm on home. That was the song at the end in the credits. It's stuck in my head.
God,
but I
that
don't
show
know
was
what
so
they say.
interesting artistically.
I'm gonna have to rewatch that. All right, well, thank you there, Spazzy Shots. Mohammed, the Syrian, Rusty Mumkey was just on Garbage Mice. When are you coming on? Whenever I get that $10,000
They have some
check,
kind of
boy.
what is this? They have some kind of imposter? Were they sus? What's going on here?
Hey,
All these
joke's on
lies
them.
about Mumkey being on this rival. I'm not even a part of trash. What am I even saying?
I watched one episode.
I'm part of a show, and it's called The Rusty Cage Show.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not talk about competing media. Brian Jensen for $5. When you have Tim on, make sure to ask him for Joe Rogan's number so you can have him and Elon Musk on. Yeah, I'm probably going to do that. I'm going to text, probably right after we end this stream, I'm going to text Tim and see if I can get Elon's number.
Yeah.
Well, thank you there, Brian Jensen. TVB for $2. Message retracted. Now, is that what they typed? Or is that actually... I don't know what YouTube does when they take something down.
I don't know if that's real.
It's probably not real.
Could just be getting trolled right now.
Well, thanks. I don't like being trolled. I don't like being made a fool of. Anon, your mouse, anonymous, for $2 says, how much to see y'all kiss?
$100 million.
Yeah, $100 million.
I mean, in
in
a couple weeks, like $100 will probably be worth that much anyway.
I'm gonna have to end super chats at some point. This is gonna go on for a while. Psycho Manatee for $5. Just want to say I love you, both of y'all's content. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, Psycho Manatee.
ASK Air says, which video was harder, Stanislav or Matt Watson? The Stanislav video was definitely harder because there's just a lot more historical research to go into that just to make sure it's accurate.
Do you ever get shit because there's the YouTuber Matt Watson, who's not the one that you were talking about? Is actually a popular YouTuber.
I don't think anyone's ever...
True.
It's very clear in context who I'm talking about in that video.
Oh, I think we're getting close.
All right.
We got Gamer from Mars, the Gamer from Mars. What is up, Gamer from Mars? For $5, are you members of r/r atheism? P.S. Thanks for the gold, kind stranger. I'm not.
I remember you showed me like some of the Amazing Atheist videos a few
Yeah, we were
weeks
watching.
ago.
We were watching
it was
amazing atheist videos to see where he was at today.
It was like the first time I've seen him in like years and years and years. Maybe like more than 10 years in between like when you showed me the video and the last time I'd seen him. And I don't know, it's kind of uncanny. It was like
blast from the
he
past.
was like doing like an old style video, but he's clearly like a lot older now and really
His style has changed a bit.
yeah.
Well, thank you there, Gamer from Mars. Ryan Katsu Rivera is a fella, friends with this dude, I think. Friends with this dude. $5 says this is $499. Thank you for platforming Asian voices, Rusty. Well, you probably wouldn't get along because I think he's a Japanese fella.
Yeah, we don't exactly have the best history. Our nations.
All right, 1 second, reset.
Gotta be getting to the end.
You'd be surprised. All right, thank you, Ryan Katsu Rivera. Blankinator 9872 says, Emp, why is Rusty not green? He lacking.
Yeah, well, we're all about the green supremacy here. Rusty does not eat enough veggies. He's been a bad boy. He doesn't like the train going into his mouth. And it's as simple as that. He's not plant-based, so he can't be green.
Someone's getting on to me for not doing a test. Because I just kind of went for it. Hello, test 1, test.
I mean, it doesn't really... Who the hell's even watching at this point? We're answering the goddamn questions.
All right.
It's okay.
We'll get this done. The show is supposed to be an hour, and it's over 2 hours. Rusty Cage, are you possibly a Hot Pocket too? The answer to that question is absolutely and unforgivably no. But I do appreciate your $1.99. Kyla, durr.
All right, explore the multiverse. Did you guys see the new Batman yet? Thoughts? I thought it sucked. Did a review on my channel, and a lot of people seem to agree. I have not seen the movie. I have a group chat with my high school friends, and more of them said they didn't like it than those who liked it.
I heard it was very gritty. I heard it was kind of where you wanted Batman always to go. And I'm not really sure why people didn't like it. But I want to still see it because it has great ratings.
Yeah, we'll have to see it sometime. Maybe we can look at Explore the Multiverse's review on one of the shows. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, listen. We have to wrap this up, unfortunately. We had a lot of fun here tonight. And there's still a lot of people watching. And I feel bad for having to cut this short. But we've been going for about 3 hours, or no, 2.5 hours-ish. And I think it's about time that we brought this show to a close. Do you have any final statements?
Everyone, thank you for bearing with us with the technical errors. I hope you've enjoyed the content today because there is much more to come. I like being here. It's fun talking to the chat. It's fun talking live. It's fun taking money from Turkey Tom.
Yes, thank you, Turkey Tom.
Just remember to buy the shirt. More content to come, and we will catch you guys some other time.
Well, that is the end of the show. If there's only some music I could play right now, I think this is a cool ending shot. It looks like we're all gonna, get up and start cleaning up the studio.
Yeah, I have my stack of papers right here.
Yeah.
Ruffle through.
I'll talk to cameraman over here. He did a great job.
KFC garbage.
Wipe this down here. Yeah, I think it was a good show. I think they might have liked it.
Thank you for tuning in, everyone. And
make sure to follow me on Twitter at RSTY. It's in the description. Follow me there, and I'll announce where to follow for more content.
GCB PPG.
Well, you know what? Let's try this. It's been a fun ride. Unfortunately, all things must come to an end. And I gotta take a shit.
Gotta shit out the chicken foot.
No, there's no way to. If I turn the TV off, then I won't be able to. Wait, I can do this.